It's the celebrity story nobody saw coming. Dakota Johnson is bearing it all, opening up about a bizarre, surreal dream involving the 1975's Matty Healy, Angelina Jolie, and asparagus. But what's grabbing everyone's attention even more? How her now ex, Coldplay frontman Chris Martin, reacted to the whole thing. And trust us, his response might be the ultimate proof that some Hollywood relationships really do end on good terms. Today on Celebrity Buzz, we're breaking down Dakota's jaw-dropping story, Chris Martin's shocking reaction, and the surprising way this strange dream may reflect the current state of Dakota's personal life, all just days after news broke that her 8-year relationship with Chris has come to an end. It all started during Dakota Johnson's recent appearance on Amy Poehler's Good Hang podcast. Sitting down for an honest, unfiltered conversation, Dakota wasted no time in sharing a dream so strange, so downright cinematic, that even her podcast host was left speechless. "I actually had a dream the other night," Dakota began, almost laughing at herself. "Matty Healy from the 1975 was in my dream, and he was murdering people. And he was Matty Healy as himself." Yes, you heard that right, the Matty Healy. The same Matty Healy who famously dated Taylor Swift in 2023, who fronts the boundary-pushing British band The 1975, was somehow at the center of Dakota's nighttime crime thriller. But as bizarre as it was, Dakota's dream wasn't finished. According to the 50 Shades of Grey star, Dream Matty was somehow able to escape justice by using one of the most absurd transformations imaginable. Dakota continued, "When the people were looking for him, they were cops maybe, he would turn into a piece of asparagus." Yes, asparagus. The British rock star turned vegetable. Welcome to Dakota Johnson's subconscious, folks. But the dream only grew more surreal. As Dakota ventured deeper into her strange dreamscape searching for Matty, she stumbled into what could only be described as an asparagus wedding ceremony. "I saw these two poles and a bed and I was like, 'Matty?'" she recounted. "The sheets came down and it was him as an asparagus, and Angelina Jolie as an asparagus. They were getting married, and they left in a helicopter together as asparagus." That's right, Angelina Jolie, Oscar-winning actress, humanitarian, and Hollywood royalty, made a surprise cameo in Dakota's subconscious, also transformed into asparagus. Together with Matty Healy, the pair departed into the sky in a helicopter, still in full vegetable form. If that isn't peak Hollywood surrealism, we don't know what is. Now, most people would probably hesitate before sharing a story like this with anyone, especially an ex, but Dakota, being as candid as ever, didn't hesitate to tell Chris Martin about the wild dream after she woke up. And it's Chris Martin's response that's making headlines. As Dakota revealed, Chris was like, "That's a really good pitch for a movie." That's right, and not jealousy, not confusion, not awkward silence. Instead, Chris saw creative potential. And honestly, he might not be wrong. Hollywood does love a good high-concept dark comedy, and asparagus-shaped rock stars eluding police while marrying Angelina Jolie could very well be the next multiverse hit. The timing of Dakota's asparagus confession is what's turning even more heads. Her appearance on Good Hang came just days after news broke that Dakota and Chris had quietly ended their relationship after nearly 8 years together. For fans who followed their famously private romance, the split came as a surprise. The pair had long kept their relationship low-key, rarely making headlines and often choosing to support each other quietly behind the scenes. But just 3 days before reports of their breakup surfaced, Chris Martin made what would be one of his final public nods to Dakota, a gesture that now feels both sweet and bittersweet. As for Matty Healy and Angelina Jolie, well, neither has commented on their unexpected cameo appearances in Dakota's subconscious. But knowing Matty's own love for absurdity, we wouldn't be surprised if he's laughing right along with the rest of us. From bizarre asparagus weddings to supportive exes and shocking dream confessions, Dakota Johnson continues to prove why she remains one of Hollywood's most fascinating and refreshingly honest stars. We'll be keeping a close eye on what comes next for Dakota, Chris, and yes, maybe even Matty Healy, because in Hollywood, you never know what's waiting just around the corner or in your next dream. For more dramatic celebrity news breakdowns, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This is Celebrity Buzz, where we turn the wildest Hollywood headlines into the stories you need to know.